Hi artists of the world, it's Natalia from Art Marketing, and today I want to talk about something that looks like success on social media on the surface, but often ends up doing you more harm than good. And surprisingly, is going viral. It's viral growth. You've seen it, yeah? I don't need to explain it much. Someone posts a reel, it takes off, or a TikTok, yeah, it takes off. It suddenly you have 10,000 new followers overnight, maybe 100,000 followers if the video keeps rolling, and it looks so cool, right? Maybe you caught yourself thinking, wow, yeah, imagine if my art went viral like that. If only I could grow like this, I would immediately become popular, sell all of my art, and sit back and relax. But here's what most people don't talk about, because they don't even think about it. Artists who grow too fast, too suddenly, often lose visibility after that viral moment. And it's not that they fail, it's that they gained the wrong kind of audience very quickly. And let me walk you through why that happens and what kind of growth actually supports your art long term. I actually want you to relax and stop dreaming about going viral, because most of the time that's not actually what you want. What actually happens when you go viral? When your content blows up, a reel, a TikTok, whatever, Instagram doesn't just show your video to your regular followers or not even to people interested in art. If your video blows up, the algorithm starts pushing it to anyone and everyone. It just goes out broadly to teenagers scrolling at midnight, to people who are only there for trends or sounds, people who maybe liked that one post, but they don't care about your work overall. They didn't really connect with what you do. So people might follow you in the moment, but not because they're curious about your art practice or your style or your story. They follow because they were briefly entertained, they tapped on the button, and that's it. They are not invested. And this is where things really start to go sideways, when those people, thousands of them sometimes, don't interact again, and your engagement rate crashes. They don't open your stories, they don't save your posts, they don't comment, they don't even remember who you are, and suddenly your posts are barely getting seen. Not because your art is worse, but because your audience isn't responding to what you're doing, and the algorithm reads that as a red flag. It thinks that this content might not be interesting anymore, and it stops showing your work even to your original real followers that were previously engaged. So basically you end up with a huge audience and no visibility. And if you've ever thought, why is my engagement dead? Why did things drop so fast? It might be because you went viral at the wrong time or in the wrong way, and you attracted the wrong crowd. Viral growth feels like winning in the moment. It's validating, it's exciting, and for a couple of days it's really nice and fun and scratching your ego, yeah, to watch the numbers fly. But after that wears off, you are left managing an audience that isn't connected to you, and it's really hard to get through to them. And that disconnect is exhausting. You might feel pressure to keep entertaining, not really creating as you were before from your own creativity, from your own values and rhythm. You start questioning your content, your style, even your value as an artist. I want you to remember that it's not your fault. This moment is not your fault. You didn't mess up your account. You just accidentally attracted the audience that wasn't the right fit, and too much of it and too fast. How to fix that situation? That's a different conversation, really. What we want initially is to avoid this, yeah? So what does real growth look like for artists? It's slow, honestly. It's kind of quiet. It's slow and steady and human. It's one person commenting on your painting. This reminds me of something, yeah? It's someone who's been watching you for months that finally buys a print. It's another artist sharing your post because it spoke to them. The real quality growth is slow. It doesn't really break the internet, but it builds something way more valuable. People who remember you, people who respect your process, people who buy from you, and people who come back for more of your content. And they're not just followers, they're your community, they're future collectors, they're real people who will stick around with you for years, not days. And that's actually what builds a sustainable art practice. When a huge following is just an empty number, it's not worth it, and that's not what you want. So if you were dreaming of going viral, or maybe even beating yourself up for not going viral yet, or thinking that that's the only way to grow and make money with art, I hope that this gave you a breath of relief, relax. That's not what you want. You don't need 10,000 followers, 100,000 followers overnight. You don't need that. You need 100, 1,000 that really care. Keep creating, keep sharing your work from your heart, from the place of truth, and the right people, they will always find you, even if it's not immediate, even if it's not fast. I would love to know if this is helpful, if this is something that you already knew, or is this a fresh perspective. Please drop a comment below. It helps me create more helpful content for artists like you. Subscribe for Yes Art Marketing channel to get helpful videos about selling your art every Wednesday.